to the Seattle World Fair. We would like to invite you inside the Century 21 Stadium to see one of the outstanding entertainment attractions of the fair. Water skiing at its best in a most unusual location. On a football field, the world's only water stage or aquadrome has been constructed above ground. Oval in shape, 20 feet wide, the only one of its kind. Here, boats skim on the surface of the water at 35 miles an hour, just a few feet from the audience. I'm Cliff Conley, your master of ceremonies. Here are our Bartlett bells to show to you the water skis we use in our It's the Water Ski Show presentation, produced by Tommy Bartlett, and brought to you with the very best wishes of the Olympia Brewing Company. But now, to the surface of our narrow aquadrome and our opening boat parade of flags, led by the flag of the United States, followed by the flags of Burma and Canada, the flags of Free China and Korea, Japan and Mexico, the Philippines and Puerto Rico. These are just a few of the countries that we've had the opportunity to represent you, the American people, in as part of the President's People-to-People or Cultural Exchange Program. And naturally, just a few of the countries that are represented here at this great Seattle World's Fair. Well, you can see what's before you watching these fellows maneuver the jumping boats around the course at this tremendous speed. And now, our 5 Bartlett bells, leaving the takeoff dock to give you the ballet Port of Bras. Notice that the young ladies hook the tow bar behind their knees. Let's completely go with both hands as they give us their first ballet variation. Keeping in perfect time. This is what I really call synchronized syncopation. Watch and see what you think. If you watch the young ladies very carefully as they come by the takeoff dock this time, each will drop one of their skis, all 5 on a single slippery sliver of wood, to give us another ballet variation, consisting of the best foot forward into the forward swan position, and getting set to come in for the landing. What do you think, ladies and gentlemen? A nice job done. Back to the surface of the aquadrome and our jumping boats. Only this time, Charlie Porter will take the jumping boat up and over the ramps anchored out here in the course. Notice that he lines up on the ramp. That's right, he's going to go up and over the jump, 30 to 40 feet through the air. Tremendous amount of pounding and beating that boat and motor as well as driver must be capable of enduring. Go around the far turn with us and watch as Charlie lines up on the ramp, up and over once again in a good distance. But this time, we're going to have to get the boat out of the course so we can get on with the star of our show, lovable, laughable Ole the Clown, out on a flying saucer, but the lazy man's way. Watch it, Ole. I think they played a trick on you. You see, they tied a tow line to Ole's chair and pulled the chair right out from underneath him. But maybe he'll have the last laugh after all. He seems to be having fun. He's still on the surface of the water, but watch out, Ole. The ski jump is anchored right in front of you. Boy, it's a good thing you let go of the tow line, Ole. You had me scared for a second. If you want to go over the ski jump, why don't you watch Bonnie and Charlie? They'll show you how. If you'll get out of the way, Bonnie's going to go over the ramp where you're standing right now to show you perfect jumping form. She'll now pull in on her tow line, cross underneath the line of Charlie to put him in position to go over the ski jump here in the south stand. Notice that he springs in the air for height and distance. This time, Bonnie is going to drop one of her skis and then the other. She'll hitch a ride to the front of Charlie's skis. You know, Bonnie and Charlie met as performers in our show. They have since been happily married. I believe they perfected this next portion of the trick so that they wouldn't have to be apart for too long in the show. 2 people on one pair of skis headed up and over that slippery ramp. But they made it a nice job indeed. But they're going to head around the far turn, up and over the ramp anchored here in the south stand. Once more, 4 feet trying to control those 2 slim boards. Bonnie and Charlie Porter of Baytown, Texas. Well, Ole, you're going to try again? I hope you learned something from watching them. But look, Ole, you're not supposed to pull in on the tow line. You told me you wanted to specialize, to be the world's greatest jumping champion. Now, if you do, you'll have to go over the ski jumps. This way, all you'll do is wind up in the girls' ballet routine. I told Joe Wilson, our world champion showboat driver, to pick up speed to let you go over the ski jump. Now remember, you'll have to lean forward. Get set, Ole. There's a tremendous amount of shock at the bottom of the jump. Ole! Oh, you were leaning too far forward. You know, I hope you're not standing on bottom, only it can't be that shallow. But that's right, folks. It's just 3.5 feet deep. Well, Ole, let's watch the 3 jumping jacks. If you'll watch closely, they'll show you how. But Ole, that's not a good vantage point. Duck, look behind you. Here they come, Ole. 2 fellows over the ramp, soaring through the air, landing back to the surface of the water. Once more, Ole, but don't lay down on the job. You better get out of the way. Here they come. 2 fellows in the air, but while they were in the air, the 3rd member crossed underneath and stopped in the middle. Ole, once again, you're in the wrong position at the wrong time. I told you so. Now that we have 3 of the jumping jacks on the surface of the water, let's try to add number 4 in a running dock start method. To the surface of the aquadrome, the 4 fellows this time will go over the ski jump. Shoulder to shoulder, ski to ski, only 2.5 feet for each one. But they seem to do a nice job. So what do you say? Let's try for number 5. Another running dock start. The young lady will pass the tow line to our safety coordinator in our showboat. The tow line has to be hooked to the back of the boat to add the 5th member. Notice that he uses a standing dock start method. There are 5 on the aquadrome. Do you think we can fit 5 of them over the ski jump? Remember, it's only 10 feet wide, while that only allows 2 feet for each jumping jack. But let's see what happens. We pick up speed closer and closer as they go for the ramp. Another nice job by the fellows. We'll try once more. Watch as they get closer and closer, shoulder to shoulder, ski to ski, as once more they attempt a very difficult 5-man jump. But I see now that Ole the Clown would like to make it number 6. Ole, I hope you watched closely and remembered what they were doing. Get set, Ole. But Ole, Evan was standing on the back of your skis. That's too bad. But I'm sure you really didn't want to go out there with the jumping jacks. They're too skilled. As you can see as they come in for this high-speed landing on our takeoff dock. Now Glenn's Ferry of Fort Worth, Texas, to put to use the small shoe ski. 12-inch long, 6-inch wide blocks of wood. You can see how rapidly he changes the tow bar from one hand to the other while he is in the backward direction, signaling the boat driver that he'd like just a little less speed, because Glenn is going to head over the ski jump in the north stand, land back to the surface of the water on those small shoe skis. While he is in the air, take a look at his feet. You can see how small those blocks of wood really are. But he made it that time. Having to go all the way around the turn, it's hard for me to believe that he can look sideways that time to say hello to someone in the stand. He's going to head up and over the ramp once more. And he's made it. A nice job indeed by Glenn Spurry on the small shoe ski. I really shouldn't call them a shoe ski because you see a ski is defined as being at least 4 feet in length. And these are only 1/4 that overall length. No fin or rudder on the bottom of them, enabling him to steer them with. He can do a wonderful job not only on the surface of the water, but up and over the ramps in the air, and landing on the takeoff dock also. Well, thank you, Glenn. Ole, you're not that scared, are you? But he's going to go out to the surface of the water and give it that try once more. He certainly is a determined fella. But remember the last time you leaned too far forward? Now, Ole, oh, come on, you remembered you have to get both skis on the ramp. This is your second big opportunity to be the world's greatest water skier. Let's get down to serious business now, Ole. We're headed for the ramp once more. Remember, height and distance are important. Well, that wasn't too bad, Ole. You could have just kept your skis on your feet. This time, 4 of our Martha's Bells combining their talents with Charlie Porter to give you a skier salute, our way of saying thank you to the audience for the wonderful round of applause. And then as they come by the takeoff dock, if you'll watch the young ladies that are wedged in the middle, they will first drop one of their skis and then the other. Climb to the shoulders of their partners remaining on the wall. Remember the speed? Their bodies are slippery from being wet with the water. But flying high on top of our human pyramid, the Century 21 flag, reminding us that we're at this great Seattle World's Fair where we're watching the It's the Water ski show presentation. You know, water skiing was started in France, introduced in the United States many years ago at a World's Fair. But today at the Seattle World's Fair, you're watching water skiing in its finest form as we have gathered for your enjoyment and entertainment top show performers representing a great cross-section of the United States. But what goes up must come down. They have to hitch a ride on the front of their partner skis to come in for a landing from the human pyramid on water ski. Now a difficult dock starts by Glenn Oak of Waukesha, Wisconsin on those tricky banana peel skis. Watch Glenn as he goes into a side slide, or half turn perpendicular to the full of the boat. A 180 front to back pausing, around forward, 360 without the pause, and now skiing backwards, stepping over the tow line with the ski still remaining on his foot. Glenn, try that one again, would you? Around backwards, stepping over the tow line with the ski on his foot. Now for a skier's eye view of going up and over that tricky ramp. Here he is once more with those difficult 360-degree rotations on the banana peel skis. The banana peel skis have no fins or rudder on the bottom, enabling him to steer him with. Yet he uses a disadvantage of not being able to steer to his advantage. He's somewhat of a backward fellow too. I think you'll understand why I say that. You notice he goes up and over the ramp in a forward direction, but he landed backwards. And now for some high-speed maneuverability. Watch as he heads for the ramp, but in the air, notice that he turns in a 360-degree rotation, or what we call a helicopter spin. Approaching the ramp once more. Now, picture yourself on the narrow aquadrome, going all the way around the far turn, at that speed, and headed for that narrow landing dock. Glen Oak of Waukesha, Wisconsin. Here's Ole the Clown behind the Mary Oldsmobile. Going much faster this time, it seems like, Ole. Are you sure you can negotiate that jump? Say, that's not half bad. But you better be careful now. It seems like you picked up speed once again. Well, that was terrific, Ole. Seriously speaking, though, ladies and gentlemen, Ole is none other than Dave Bayhan, a very experienced water skier. Matter of fact, an exclusive member of the Century Club, water skiers who have jumped over 100 feet in front of the ski jump. What do you think of Ole's performance, the star of our show? The ultimate in water skiing. Charlie Black of Tampa, Florida will ride on the surface of the aquadrome on nothing but the bare soles of his feet. He uses a single ski in the initial stages, but watch carefully as he places his one free foot securely in the water, stepping up away from the takeoff ski. He is now on the bare soles of his feet. Notice how far to the inside of the turn he leans to keep from being forced to the outside concrete wall. You can see a tremendous amount of spray that is kicked up because of the small surface area from the feet. One complete rotation, it looks like he's going to try for two. He has to negotiate the far turn once more. Let's see what happens. But Charlie, how are we going to end the ride? What better way than to lean forward, head over heels in the water. And there he is, ladies and gentlemen. A nice job indeed. We sincerely hope you've enjoyed our It's the Water Ski Show, brought to you through the courtesy of the Olympia Brewing Company, Olympia, Washington, where visitors are always welcome.